Oh, hello. I'm John with NR92, and I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to play the bass guitar in a way that you can relate to, and all of this applies to the guitar.
You're not supposed to teach people how to play with a fretless bass.
Oh, one sec. Okay, problem fixed. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to play the bass guitar with frets to make it easier for you.
Hold on. John, most people don't have a six-string bass.
They come with less strings? Okay, so I found this buried under a bunch of garbage. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to play the bass guitar, but this also applies to the regular guitar. Okay, so jokes aside, I was going to use the tips and tricks with a regular 4-string bass, but the electronics are broken, so the show must go on. Using a specialized instrument, same principles apply. You picked up an instrument during quarantine, you may have taken some online lessons, and guess what? Now your instrument's in the back collecting dust. It happens. Often, when you take lessons, you're going to be learning chords and scales, and none of it to do with your favorite song, or almost none of it to do with your favorite song, which I think is the main problem with taking some lessons. Not that I'm saying lessons are bad, just don't take them right away. Look up the tab for your favorite song. In this case, we'll put C-Man tab. And guess what? There's the bass line right there. Each line represents each string. In this case, it's a specialized instrument, so we'll ignore the top two and just focus on these four. Each number on each line represents where exactly you're supposed to be, and we mirror what the tab says. So in this case, it says 0, which means this hand does nothing. We just play the open note. Done. Easy. 14 and then 18. Hey, what a beautiful little chord that was. But because it's in this weird wavy pattern, we have to play it in succession. Hey, that's not so bad. The killer of learning how to play chords is transitioning from one chord to another chord. Ask yourself, are you comfortable doing the first chord? Yeah, okay. Are you comfortable doing the second chord? It's transitioning from one chord to the other. It's doing it over and over again and getting comfortable with it. Learn your favorite song parts this way if you can. And if you can, try to learn the entire song that way. Not necessarily this, but any song. You have to go one note at a time. If you have to look at, your chords that you're playing or whatever, do it. There's nothing wrong with that. That's all there really is to it. It's once you get comfortable playing your instrument a little bit more, and maybe some parts, take lessons. Lessons from people, especially people that know what they're doing better, will help elevate your technique, your skill, and then you get to do all this cool stuff. And the one thing I always encourage you is, like, if you know one chord somewhere, let's take that and move that somewhere else. Add some more notes. Have fun with the instrument is basically all I'm saying. A lot of the fundamentals are in every song. Scales are in every song. It's whether or not you enjoy playing those songs is the key. You're making beautiful music. Keep that in mind.